clean up.
Wow.
Bring the money.
Today was a good day. I hope
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday. It's roughly 10:30 in the morning. My girls have been up since what, 8 o'clock, 8:30, something like that. They've been up early. And depending on how I edit this video, you guys will probably see the girls playing this morning at like 9 o'clock in the morning in their playroom, aka my dining room. So I'll probably put this little talking video in the middle. Yes, Avery. So I wanted to make this little quick talking to or this little quick video while the girls are situated. I gave them snacks at 10:30 in the morning because they've already had breakfast at like 8 o'clock this morning or 8:30 this morning. So they're now having a snack at 10:30, so they're quiet and they're situated. So I wanted to make this video because it kind of plays into what I wanted to talk about in my blog. So as I mentioned before, me and my ex have an agreement where I have my oldest, or my biological daughter, which is 5. She has the youngest, which is 2, and her biological.
Mama.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Recording my video. What are you doing?
Can I be in your video?
Well, mommy's talking, but mommy already recorded you playing. Remember? Mommy will record you some more later. You want to say hi?
Hi,
What's your name?
Amari.
How old are you?
5.
What are you doing?
I'm playing something, and it's called school camp.
School camp?
We get to stay there all night.
In your school camp? And where's your school camp?
Like close to mommy's job.
It is. Is it in mommy's closet?
Yes.
That's what's wrong with Sissy? All right, let's go check on Sissy. We'll be back. All right, sorry, I was being summoned by children, which is usual. So I did want to make this video just to mention that so we do switch off every weekend, or every other weekend. On the 1st, 3rd, and 5th weekends, if there is a 5th weekend of the month, I get the girls, and on the 2nd and 4th weekends of the month, my ex gets the girls. But during the week they are separated, so they don't live their day-to-day life together. During the week, Avery goes to a separate school. Now, in the future, my ex has, mentioned that she wants the girls to go to the same school, which is wonderful. My ex does live 10 to 15 minutes away from my house. When she moved, she did move closer so that the girls can be in the same vicinity, so that it's not hard to pick up and drop off the girls from their schools. Now, however, Avery's school, which is the 2-year-old, her school is in Clarkston. Some of you people don't know where that is, but it's far enough away from where I live. It's basically on another side of town, and it's about a good, maybe, if there's no traffic from my job, it's a good probably 35-40 minutes. From my house, if there's no traffic, it's probably a good 15 to 20 minutes. With traffic, it's probably a good 45 minutes. So both the girls, Amari goes to after school and has to be picked up before 6. And excuse my hair, y'all, like I just got up, like I ain't done nothing with myself, so I got on pajamas. My hair's a mess, just threw it up in a puff. Ooh, I found a gray hair in my head. Oh my goodness. too young for gray hairs. Oh, I just want to mention that. It was terrible. Okay. Probably due to my divorce and stress. But yes.
Hi again.
There's another boogie. What's your sister doing? What does she want?
She's calling for you.
She's calling you too. She said Amari.
Mommy Amari?
Yes, Amari. Amari. She's probably looking for us. All right. I'll be back.
You call me.
All right. Your sister's calling you again. We just sat back down. Your sister's going to keep calling you. She probably needs help with the iPad.
Okay.
Okay. So we're back, both of us. So as Mommy was saying, so both the girls during the week are separated. They go to 2 different schools, right? You go to one school and Avery goes to another school. And then on the weekends, they're either, where are you? Are you at Mommy's house?
Yes.
Or where else do you go on the weekend? Mommy Jay's house?
I go to Mommy's house.
Go to Mommy Jay's
for
house.
For the weekend.
Mm-hmm. And
so
then
sometimes I go back to Mommy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can go check on Avery and that way Mommy can talk. Okay?
But I'm good at talking.
Yes, you are very good at talking.
Bring back.
All right, go check on your sister and see what she's doing. So, as I was saying, I just kind of wanted to show, this ties into how we co-parent the kids, which to me is technically not co-parenting. When it came down to it, with a divorce, we could not agree on a lot of things when it came to the girls, so we just split it as to, she has her biological and I have mine, and I take care of Amari. Oh, excuse me, like my shirt is just all over the place.
I am back.
You are back.
So I came back now.
We came back now. Yes.
Uh-huh.
I thought you were eating your popcorn and playing.
With popcorn.
So, yeah. So I probably will let her talk and record a little bit because she's been wanting to be on YouTube for a long time now. So, I don't call it co-parenting because there's so many things we don't agree on. So it's really not co-parenting. It's really that I take care of Amari and she takes care of Avery, and we just make sure that the girls are able to see each parent on the weekend as well as be together. And they have so much fun when they're together, and they love being together. And Avery loves being with her big sister, and as well as Amari. Amari loves being with Avery, except for when Avery's bothering her, when she, is trying to play with something, Avery comes to destroy it, which is what little sisters do. But I just wanted to record this little bit of me saying, it's really hard. It's really hard not being able to see Avery during the week. I know it's hard for me. I'm pretty sure it's hard for my ex. I'm pretty sure it's hard on the girls. And I want them to be able to see each other during the week. I want them to grow up together and live together. But it's just a matter of coming down to me and my ex coming to agreement. And that's been really difficult to do within the divorce. So we came up with this plan because what fit for us at this time. So when we went to mediation, we just agreed that, we would split. We have Christmas and Thanksgiving split. We trade off Thanksgivings, and then Christmas, one person gets some Christmas Eve until Christmas morning, the other person gets some Christmas night, and that way they get a chance to enjoy Christmas at both houses and see both families. And then we left it where one parent is allowed to have them for Thanksgiving, the whole Thanksgiving weekend from Thanksgiving Day on through to Sunday. And that way, in case one of us wants to go out of town, because we do have family in other places, we can take them out of town for Thanksgiving. But for Christmas, we will always be in town because we want to make sure that they spend Christmas with each one of us. That's just how it worked for us. I know divorces are crazy. I know divorces are hard. I know divorces are it just all around. It takes a lot of patience and time and thinking, and it's really hard to think when you are within the emotions of the divorce. It's really hard to think, but what's more important is the children. My kids were what was more important. So I realized that I had to make sacrifices in order to make sure. Hi, Amari Lyric. I realized that I had to make sacrifices in order to come to compromises with my ex, who is not the compromising type. She does not like to compromise. Her version of compromising is basically you do it my way or the way I want to do it. That's the way she compromises, which is not compromise at all. By the way, I got my coffee cup, my Cinderella cup today, drinking my coffee. And but I just wanted to throw on that tidbit. If you are going through a divorce and you are trying to figure out what's the best co-parenting style for you, whatever works for you in that moment when you are going through your divorce, yes, you want to think long term, because that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to make it so that our co-parenting plan was good for the girls come long run. But unfortunately, my ex couldn't see past right now. She could not see past what we had going on right now. She kind of had horse blinders on, and she was just seeing what was happening now, and she was seeing it as I was leaving her, she was losing the kids, she was losing her family, and that's not true. She wasn't losing the girls at all, but that's kind of the way she saw it. Hi, Avery Boo. One can say hi. What's your name?
Avery.
How old are you?
Mommy.
Yeah, that's mommy. How old are you?
Avery.
Are you 2?
2.
2. You're 2. And I'm Avery. All right, you gonna go play? Okay. Bye-bye. Kisses. Go play. So, if you are going through divorce, if you are struggling with the parenting plan, if you are struggling with how to co-parent with a person that is difficult, or being difficult in your divorce, just remember it's mostly about the kids. And if it's something that will take a strain off of the children, because they are what matters most, right, Doogie? Yeah. Because they are what matters most, then do that. Like, I had to come up with a lot of compromises prior to going through the divorce and the separation. Me and my ex had always talked about if we separated, that we would do what was best for the girls. We also talked about, like, if we separated, that the girls would come to me, or at the time we talked about it, we didn't have Avery, so we always talked about Amari would come to me, and then we would make a schedule to her spending time with them. And then when we had Avery, it was the same thing. She said, I'll give you the girls and I'll just make a schedule as to when we can coordinate of me getting them maybe every other week or every other weekend or things like that. Now, as our divorce progressed on and emotions progressed on, things changed. We got into a lot of arguments, which I'm not proud of. I was definitely very frustrated and very overwhelmed by the time I asked for separation. So, I was just kind of tired of her always wanting things her way. And in our marriage, I compromised a lot because I wanted to be a good wife, be a good mom, and keep the peace in our household. But when we separated, yes, Pumpkin. Hold on. So I'm probably gonna end this in a moment because I'm being swarmed by children at the moment. But I did want to say that if you are going through divorce and you are struggling with your parenting plan, what worked for us was doing the minimal. If it comes down into the future that we're more comfortable with doing more, or putting a schedule together where the girls are in each household every 2 weeks, every week, or whatever it is, then we will switch to that. I think it's going to take 4.
I cannot stay like this.
You cannot stay like that. I think it's definitely going to take 4 my ex to get comfortable with the idea. It's definitely taken her a while, and I still don't think she's comfortable with the idea. Even though she's in a relationship with someone, I still don't think she's adjusted to the way things have happened. So once she does get adjusted, I think we'll be able to do more, because the parenting plan essentially is just a plan, guys. It's not written in stone. I'm sorry, I'm like fluffing out my hair because it look a little crooked. The parenting plan is not written in stone. You and your ex can do whatever you want with your parenting plan. You don't necessarily have to go by the parenting plan, but the parenting plan is a good guideline, and you need that guideline to say that, hey, my ex has a tendency of asking me, can they take the girls on a weekend that is supposed to be my weekend? But then when it comes time for me to ask, can I have the girls or my children a weekend on a weekend you have, and your ex has a tendency to be like, oh, well, actually, I have this planned, and you realize that it's not always equal, then put that in your parenting plan. Say, hey, parenting plan says that I get them on the first and third weekends. Parenting plan says you get them on the second and fourth weekends. And that way, if something happens, you can say, hey, I'd rather stick to the parenting plan than you always asking me to get them on my weekend. So that's really important. Put guidelines. Definitely put guidelines in the parenting plan so that it's something that'll work out for both of you. Not just you, not just your ex, but the children. Because that's what's more important. I'm going to end this now because Miss Amari wants to talk whatever she wants to talk about. Mama's gonna go finish her coffee because I need coffee this morning in order to survive, people. Thanks for watching. Thank you, guys. Mwah. Bye.